Hi, my name's Paul Cummings. I'm a session guitar player from Boise, Idaho. It is Thursday, and we're almost at Christmas. So, if you celebrate, Merry Christmas. If you don't, Happy Holidays, and all that good stuff. Um, to the contest, we had a winner. Uh, Tito out of Los Angeles won the 40th anniversary Squire Jazz Master. So congratulations to Tito. Enjoy the guitar, and thanks for subscribing to the channel. Today, I just completed a Partscaster, a build that I did myself. And when I finished the guitar, after I was done setting up the guitar, I was really surprised how well it came out. How good the guitar played and sound. I guess the sound didn't surprise me as much because I was familiar with the pickups that I had chosen, and the wiring harness and all that stuff. So I kind of figured it would sound pretty good, but I was surprised at how well it played. And the point of this video is if you're in the market for buying a guitar, depending on what your budget is, I think building a Partscaster is definitely a legitimate option, and you'd be surprised at the results that you can get. So I'm going to keep this one short and sweet because we're heading into Christmas, but this is the Partscaster that I built. So, and both of these components, this is an all parts Telecaster neck. It's also an all parts body. However, the paint job I did myself. It was a Mary Kay white nitro, and I also the nitro clear coat. I did a technique that you can age it. It's pretty simple, really. You take after it's dry, I did about 7 coats of clear coat, and you hit it with a heat gun, and then you use compressed air upside down, and it blasts it with cold air, and that expansion and contraction will create checking. And I don't know if that's how they do it in the custom shop at Fender, but it definitely works, and it definitely does add checking. But again, if you feel the back side of this neck, for example, when you watch a lot of videos and they do comparisons on guitars, it's always about how the guitar sounds. Here's a $7,000 guitar versus a $500 guitar. Which one sounds better? And that's all fine and well, but it doesn't tell you how the guitar plays. It doesn't tell you how the guitar feels in your hands. And that's a huge difference, in my view. So one tip, if you're considering doing a Partscaster build for yourself, on the neck, on the back of the neck, I hit it with really fine. I started out with obviously a rougher grit sandpaper, and then I sanded it down to a fine sandpaper, and ultimately I used steel wool, a very light steel wool, and hit it. And if you feel the back of this neck, it's like glass. It doesn't even feel like wood. Very smooth, and this is a kick-ass guitar, and this guitar cost me about $600 to build. That's with the hardware and everything. Now, I was patient, and I was being cheap and waiting for, if a part came up cheap on Reverb, I bought it. But my point is, when you're thinking about building a guitar, a Partscaster, that sometimes, depending again on your budget, that Partscaster will be far superior than anything you could buy for that dollar amount. So if you have $600, $700, $800 to spend, you might want to consider buying a Partscaster over just, buying an off the shelf um, guitar, because I think you might find that the results. I mean, it may not be a custom shop guitar, but I'll tell you what, you can. It's scary how close you can get it, because I own a Telecaster, a broadcaster from a 51 that I own, a reissue, custom shop reissue. This guitar is pretty close. It's scary how close it is, playing wise. So, don't be afraid to dip your waters into it. It can be a little intimidating, um, because if you've never done it before, which I hadn't, I put a bone nut on, installed it myself, and I was nervous. I'd never done it before. But if you take your time and you're patient, worst case scenario, you know, you get stuck on something, you can take it to your Luther. I mean, if that's the absolute worst case scenario. So don't be afraid of it. If you're considering it, it might be a better alternative. So having said that, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's Christmas time. I gotta do presents and all that stuff we all have to do. So, but I did want to wish everybody happy holidays. I hope I really appreciate. I think I'm at like 58, 60 subscribers, and I've only been on here a few weeks, so I think it's pretty cool. I've got some ideas and some things that I want to do to improve everything. I need a better camera. I need to get some better audio. So, and I'm aware of that. It may take me a while, to be honest, but I'll get there. It's the most important thing is the information we're sharing. So, again, have a happy holidays, and we won't be on next week Christmas, but I'll probably jump on here the week after. So, Merry Christmas, and I'll talk to you soon.